Lovebug Starsky's my uncle. He's the one who pioneered the phrase hip hop. Like he started it in like the late '70s. He's the first one to ever say the name, like the term itself. So like seeing that and growing up in that, that kind of got me into it more than anything. You know what I'm saying? But like I still wasn't into it as much. I just wanted to dance because I knew bitches like niggas that dance. Shout out to RareDay, man, for having me, man. This is fire. And you already know it's your boy, Garments. Flash garments is short for flash fly garments. You know what I'm saying? Like in school, in high school, they used to call me Fresh, but now they call me Flash because I'm just flashy and shit. But you know, flash fly garments represents, I don't know, like you know, kings and queens wore garments, and then like the bums and shit, they wore like rags and shit like that. So that's how I got my name. I was like royalty, hip hop royalty, basically. So that's how I got the garments, and then Flash was just flashy, not like the fucking superhero. How the fuck did you know that? Yeah, I used to break dance. I used to break dance. I was once upon a time. My government name is Derek. For people that fucking don't know, this is like maybe the first time I've ever saying this. Nah, no one's ever. I never said it publicly. So my government name is Derek. So in high school they used to call me Dancing Derek. I don't know how the fuck you knew that I break danced, but I used to break dance. I used to spin on my head and do all of that shit, flares and windmills and all of that shit. Once upon a time. Lovebug Starsky's my uncle. He's the one who pioneered the phrase hip hop. Like he started it in like the late '70s. He's the first one to ever say the name, like the term itself. So like seeing that and growing up in that, that kind of got me into it more than anything. You know what I'm saying? But like I still wasn't into it as much. I just wanted to dance because I knew bitches like niggas that dance. So I was dancing like majority of the fucking time. So yeah, that's how that went. That one thing will probably be authentic, be you. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the times people rush the process and everybody want to be somebody else and trying to be somebody else and do somebody else's style or dress like them and all of that, when authenticity is the thing that makes you go further than anything. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's like trash to like millions of people. You know what I'm saying? It could be trash to millions of people, but then 10 million people would think you're fire. Like whatever you're doing, like clothing and shit. Like my uncle used to always tell me, man, be authentic, man, be you. Like don't be like anybody else. If they smoking and drinking and partying and going crazy, that doesn't mean you got to get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like be yourself. If you want to smoke and get fucked up, shit, by any means, that's your shit. But if not, you don't really got to do it if that's not you. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think that's what sticks with me, like authenticity. You can put that shit in big caps underneath that. Nah, I don't smoke or drink. And people don't even know that. I just be fucking naturally fucking lit. Just like my boy. I have an addictive personality, like addictive, obsessive personality. If I start something, if I smoke, I'm gonna smoke to sleep, like to sleep all the way. If I get drunk, I'm the dude you gotta fucking drag out the party. You know what I'm saying? Like, or I start a fight or some shit, and y'all just like, yo, what's wrong with this dude? You should have never had me fucking drink. I tried psychedelics one time and it flipped me the fuck out. This is a funny story. I'm gonna tell y'all some shit. So I took this red monkey. So back in the day, there was these things, these ecstasy pills, but they were like a concoction. I think it was like a Jeffrey. So I didn't know what this shit was. And my boy's like, yo, we're taking ecstasy today. And I'm like, where we going? They're like, we about to go to this club, bro. It's about to be crazy, but we gonna go to this house party first. So I'm like, whatever. I ain't taking it. I'm not really with. They peer pressured me in reality, and they're like, yo. First, I get like I'm in the bathroom. I come out of the bathroom, and they're like, yo, Flash, we all took the pill. I'm like, all right. And they're like, but we put it in our ass. And I'm like, pause. I'm not fucking doing that shit. And they're like, bro, it'll fucking dissolve faster if you just put it in your ass. I'm like, bro, I'm not doing that shit. Like, I'm not doing it. And then they're like, sure? I'm like, I'm not doing it. They're like, all right, because we didn't do it neither. We just wanted to see if you was gonna do it. I'm like, you fucking lame. I'm like, y'all fucking lame. I like Rick and Morty right now, but my favorite cartoon of all time will probably be, and I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you, Rugrats. It's my favorite cartoon of all time because that was the only cartoon I don't think I would have ever traveled anywhere if it wasn't for Rugrats. Because Tommy, you ever think about their mission? Their mission is to get out of the pen and then go, and then, you know, they always go into their fantasy world where they're actually out of, like, in real life. They're walking around Jurassic Park shit, all types of shit. So it's like traveling, it made you feel like, me coming from the projects, I feel like I could go anywhere. Like, I think it's just mental. You don't really gotta stay in your same place just because you trapped inside of a pen and you're a baby or you're a kid. You feel like you can still be more. You really feel like you're an adult when you're like 12, right? You be like, man, I don't want to fucking come inside when they say, like, you know what I'm saying? You like, bro, I want to party. I grew up in the Bronx. Like, bro, the projects, the fucking hood. Like, my grandma lived in like a nice area. My mom, we had like a 1-bedroom apartment with just me, my mom, my brother, and my sister sleeping in the same bed. We had rats, all types of shit. We had low-key a big-ass rat that we couldn't even leave yo, you know about that type shit. We had a big-ass rat that would come out of this hole and be on top of my fridge just eating the bread, like, every night. And he's so big. Bro, really Jerry, bro. Like, that nigga was bigger than Jerry. That nigga was Big Ben, nigga. Because you could see the nigga's tail hanging off the side of the fucking, that's how you know he's out. You feel me? But he wasn't scared, though. When you walk outside of your thing and you like, bro, I'm about to go get some water. And you see that tail hanging up the shit, you right back in the room, bro. You like, and then I tell my mom, like, yo, there's the rat in there. She's like, I'm not getting it. You want to get it? And I'm just like, never. Well, she said, then I guess you're just going to be hungry tonight. And then that's how that shit was, bro, like, growing up in the Bronx. And then, like, Harlem is so close to the Bronx, and Harlem was, like, a lot of fashion fly dudes, you know, Dipset, you know what I'm saying? You get all of that stuff. But then in the Bronx, upstate, like, in the upper parts of the Bronx, like Yonkers, you'll get DMX and the Locks. So it was just two different types of demographics, you know what I'm saying? But I was, like, exposed to both. The first time I ever recorded vocals for a song was, I think, oh shit, yeah, that shit was a while ago. The first time I ever recorded vocals for a song was in high school with my boy Nate. He was part of this thing. We had this crew called Infrared, and it was in Florida. This is like when I was a fucking mischievous misfit. And they like, yo, my boy used to be like, yo, I got this group. We gonna create this group called Infrared, and we gonna rap. You know what I'm saying? And I used to be like, they used to call me Mastermind in them days, because I was like really the mastermind to all of our crime. We'd go to the studio, and I'm like, yo, I'm a rap. And I was like Mastermind, and I used to just go like crazy, like real like hardcore raps, like raps that you wouldn't even understand. Like, it wasn't for the world, you know what I'm saying? Before I was Mastermind, I was looking up rap names online. Like, what is a dope Wu-Tang rap name? And then my fucking name that I put in this, like, generator, that shit said Belligerously Bad Genotype. That was my first rap name I ever had. You ran with that? I swear to God, I tried to, and my brother was like, bro, no one's ever gonna say that full name. So I was like, yeah. Bro, I was gonna use that shit. I didn't use it, and then I just started doing, like, hardcore, like Bomb Atomic Lee, Socrates, like fucking, like Inspector Deck. That's what I thought I was and shit. That shit was crazy. Mainly because I think that rave and like turn up genre is festival, and I think I rely on a lot live music. I love live performances because I'm hype as fuck, you know what I'm saying? So when it comes, like when they watch my videos and shit, they get to see my energy is crazy, and then when I'm like actually performing, I like to see people go, you know what I'm saying? I think I got that part. I think I inherited that from my uncle. Coming up is I'm assembling the Avengers. I'm gonna be putting all of your favorite artists, all these different people in a different light, you know what I'm saying? Like, they've been doing this shit when it comes to R&B, all these different musics, all these different lyrical platforms, you know what I'm saying? I got a theme song with Jeff Hamilton, which is shout out to Jeff. He does all the jackets for the NBA, the NFL, pretty much every legendary person in the game. I did his theme song. I got a remix coming out with King Chip, aka Chip the Ripper. Shout out to Kid Cudi. And then like we're basically gonna put everybody in the industry on Jeff's remix. So that's something people could look forward to. And then I got my project, Don't Look Surprised. It's an EP. It's like a 6-song EP, maybe a 7 if I put a bonus on there. and it's like just, you know, quick in and out, dope music for people to fuck with, and it's all abstract. You could expect different. I'm excited. I'm laid back. I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you creating, you should be in a good like spiritual zone. I believe in that. You know what I mean? I believe in vibes, energy. That's why I love coming to Hawaii. Like it relaxes me. It gets me in the zone. I write some crazy dope shit out here, and like, yeah, that's where we at with it. Yeah, this is actually a rare day in real life right now. This is very rare. Yeah, shout out to you for fucking listening and hearing me. Shout out to everybody that's watching and, you know, and supporting me behind the scenes. There's so many names to name. I just want to shout out everybody because if you fucking with me, I'm fucking with you, and I'm gonna keep coming full speed ahead because this is we just going light. We started out light. Shout out to King Chip. Shout out to Tyler Yahweh. Shout out to all my brothers out here doing it. Shout out to Ill Chris because he's executive producing the project. He put me on these rage type beats and stuff like that. And he's like, yo, it's just abstract, bro. You're gonna come that way. No one's expecting a lyrical person to go on these type of beats. And then, yeah, there's gonna be some conscious shit coming too. Like every EP I do is gonna be a different version before we get to the album, the personal stuff. Because I never rap about my personal life or anything like that. Y'all got more personal shit out of me today than anyone has ever got. They only asked me about like the Kanye shit or anything that we was doing. You got some real shit. This is a real interview, probably my favorite. So shout out to RareDay, man, for having me, man. This is fire. And you already know, it's your boy, Garments.